All right, that light came on, which says we are live. So let me get to this dashboard. Let me send it out to the folks. I do need to give me a bottle of water, I believe. I didn't do that, and then I thought about it as soon as I turned this thing on. So we will go do that. Go do that right now while everybody's hopefully jumping in here. I'll be right back. Gotta love that the fridge is literally that close. All right. So, let's see here. So we're going to start here like probably most people are right now, which is this conference standings. We're not getting too deep into this because Akron's already out, so we don't give a rip. What it matters for everybody else, though, is that Toledo, either they win or they lose. They go to 6-2, which means they're automatically in, or they go to 5-3, which means tiebreaker. We don't know what's happening with Western Michigan. They play Eastern Michigan. So we won't know until the thing advances, or maybe it'll tell us in the ticker. We'll have to look for that. I haven't seen it in anyone else's games, but like I said, we're not in it, so I haven't been looking at the ticker too hard. Bowling Green's going to play here shortly, and they are playing Miami. Winner of that is in the tiebreaker automatically. Unfortunately, Ball State did lose, and so they are out of the tiebreaker. Ohio is for sure in the tiebreaker. Northern Illinois beat Central Michigan, for sure in the tiebreaker. So you got Northern Illinois and Ohio. I believe I was told that they did not play, so I don't know how they'll sort that tiebreaker. I mean, you would think common opponents and things like that, but that's weird because you're 5-3 in the MAC. So I don't know exactly how they're going to do that. Like, we'll figure it out. But it also matters, again, like I said, for Bowling Green and Western Michigan, who's going to be in and who's not going to be in, because I'm sure Western Michigan and Ohio, I think that they probably played. I know we played both of them, and we beat Western Michigan and lost to Ohio. But like I said, we're not in it. So that's where it kind of sits right now, and that's what matters to the people is Akron going to bring Toledo in a tiebreaker, or is Toledo locked and there's one spot available? So that's where that's at. Let's see. As far as we're going to look very, very quickly and we'll see what Toledo's got. And I'm not spending a lot of time on this because it's, at the end of the day, I think it's about Akron football, and we got to come in and execute and do what we do. Obviously, I guess you would say Jerwan Newton. This dude is a freaking stud. 92 overall, or 92 speed with 95 acceleration, 88 overall with a decent amount of abilities. This dude's also good. I had him on my ultimate team. Like, he was part of the awards for whatever that thing was where it had you down like 21 points in the third quarter and you had to come back and win. I can't remember what that challenge was called. That was on there for like a month. But I got him out of something. He's pretty good. Free safety's pretty good as well. You see the abilities that both of them kind of have, so that's going to be tough. The receiver, good, fast as heck running back, probably the fastest person in our whole conference. And I mean, they just have some playmakers. So they got a good football team, and that's the reason why we kind of capped saying nobody can be them, nobody can be Miami of Ohio, Miami for Nikki. And so that's where that is, what that looks like. So we know they're good. We got to come in and do our job. Yeah. Let's go ahead. One thing that I do want to do is I want to get on here, and we're going to see if we can get break out the new playbook, the custom playbook. I've had this for a few weeks, and I thought about bringing it out against Jesse and didn't, and I kind of regret that. But at the same time, as much as we struggle kind of blocking and just the game overall, and even defense, I don't know if it would have made much of a difference. I think that the game would have kind of went the way it was. But I do want to go ahead and practice with it for next year and see things that I like and don't like, because I've yet to play an actual game with it. So I'd love to do that in this game and see. because I think it's going to have everything that we want to have in it. It's going to be out of order and weird. I don't know how to order a playbook. If there's a way to do that, I'll maybe try and check into that, because I hate the way it's set up, but it's got the stuff in there we like to do. We do get one more game at home, so that's a huge plus, because I think that that's very impactful in the games right now, the way everything is. So yeah, we're gonna come in here and hopefully protect the home turf and get the bowl eligibility. That's what we got to do in this one. So let's see what we got.
Fielded in the end zone. It's golden.
52 didn't block. That's what we got right now. We see that. So we come to the line though. We're gonna start it off in a different way than normal, being on the left hash here. So we can get into the gun and find our stuff here. Let's see. For those people who've played some Ultimate Team with me, you're going to recognize this formation. This is straight out of the Bama playbook, and we love it. So,
receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Moving past the 25.
We freaking love it. I mean, and that's the reason why you go make a playbook. That is one thing that I am so upset with on this season, is not getting him the football more. And that's something that I really wanted to do in this game, is get that Joker the football, because I have failed our football team by not getting him the football. We got Golden the football, and I have done a poor job of taking advantage of Adams and the speed that he has and the ability he has, and I am very upset with that, and I hate that he's a senior as well, because next year we would have tore it up with him, I think, in this playbook. And I'm also going to try and utilize our tight end, but especially the 4-star that we have coming in next year. We're going ahead and we're revamping the offense, but we did a bad job with the best player on our offense not getting him the football. And so I love that we got to start the game that way and get him the ball in his last game at home. And like I said, I hate the fact that he was our second leading receiver and he didn't get the ball as much as he should have. Because, like I said, he is the best player on our offense, no doubt. And I screwed that up all year, and that's the reason why we are 5-6 and fighting for a bowl in the last game of the year instead of being freaking 8-4 or better, is because of my dumb self not getting him the football. So, but, I mean, that's part of learning and growing and coaching this daggum thing. So, I mean, here it is. We in year one, so we got a lot of stuff to do here. Come on. Did Akron come to play today? Please tell me they did.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing.
Please tell me they did. I mean, shedding a block, tackling the Joker in the backfield. Come on. I'm kind of fired up now.
Here comes 2nd and 13.
There you go, Cooper. That's fine. 3rd and 5. That's fine. Not in this. I probably should have bumped it down a little bit, but that's okay. I ain't going to fret over it too much. So we can get a stop right here.
Takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
Yep. That's what I was talking about. Probably bumping those hook zones or whatever they're called. Hook curls, whatever they're called. Zones down, I can't remember what the game calls them. But bumping those down a little bit. We're going to go back because I want to be able to stop the run. We're going to go back to this.
Where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Good play, 40. Is that McCoy? He's coming back. Yes, it is. I really like that guy. Really excited for him to come back.
Even if it's not super successful.
Outside linebacker. He may move to middle next year. We're not sure because he's a little slower than I would like, but he's a good football player, though. He's made a lot of plays for us. Forced a fumble against Kansas State that was huge that helped us win that game. So, I mean, we are very happy about the way he played this year. He could have maybe done a little more, but that's just high expectations. So.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his
I don't think we did a great job in coverage right there.
Got the positive game. I would say
and I'm not thrilled about that, but
the Rockets are moving quickly.
let's see if we can stop them again on first down and get off the dang field, man. Jeez.
Comes out throwing on first down.
There we go. That's fine. 2-yard gain.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Short
Here we are with
completion
this.
last play. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he's looking downfield.
Oh, he caught that. Golly. I mean, we were standing right there and let him catch it, and we popped him pretty good. But we didn't.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy.
I'm not showing my. I don't know if I'm getting anything. There we go. I got the one from Jesse. I don't know if I'm getting anything in the chat. I think he should have picked that as well, Jesse, because that's like the best player on my defense. He's freaking good. And he, like you said, he just kind of stood there. And normally he does pick those.
Looking to throw it again.
I really like him as a football player. Another thing that if I would have seen this a little earlier in the season, we have a defensive tackle out here that I also screwed up on because his butt should have been on the field more as well. And didn't get him involved in rushing the passer probably the way I should have. So I'm not pleased with that either. But he's also a senior this year, so I'm not. It's too late.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up.
We're going to change it up later, but let's do that. I do feel like they're throwing underneath us a little bit. We might have to bump it down a little more, but that's something.
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown Rockets.
Dang.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing
ball's floating over
here.
here.
Nice
they're throwing it underneath, and we're popping them, and they're making every single catch. I mean, right there, and boom, laid them out, still touched them. That's tough. But they got a good football team, so they're going to make some tough catches. We got to come out here and continue to find some ways to score and find a way to get off the field on defense. And that's what it comes down to. So,
all tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house
back on the hash. Do I dare do it again?
As he stopped at the 14. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. Boy, that last
I don't think I want to do that one this time. We're going to come out here. And where's my bunch quads? We're going to come out here and we're going to run this. This is another play I really like in some ultimate teams. So.
They may be seeing a little bit more.
Oh, 53. Come on, brother. We're still going to come back to the same play. We'll just get it in a little sooner. That's the one thing about this playbook. I have a really tough time finding this formation.
So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit.
Because it's an empty set, but it doesn't say empty. I did not put my man in the right spot. I will do that next time, though, which is Adams. I want him to be where 2 is. But no, the offensive line ain't as bad as the daggum play caller. Whoever that guy is that calls the plays, he gets the plays in way too late every single game. So that's the bigger problem. The offensive line, they do what they're supposed to most of the time. Occasionally we'll mess around and jump and do this or that, but I forgot that Joker has that aftershock. We probably can break too many tackles. But yeah, the bigger problem is that daggum play caller, because he don't get the plays in, and then we get delay games and then an occasional false start. So that's the guy that's an idiot. No, we're about to break him.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run, and he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take.
I haven't ran this with our quarterback yet, but I'm really, really interested to see what he does with this, and hope he doesn't fumble and kill this. But he's got a decent carry. They did a good job of saving him. Let's see, where's my bunch again? This is another daggum play that I love so much. So, let's see.
He's looking to throw.
Yeah.
Catch in the middle. It's Adams.
Get up and go.
Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
How is he already hurt? What is wrong with his chest? This joker has been balling, and now all of a sudden you're telling me we're hurt on... He's touched the ball twice, I think. Good Lord. That's the reason why I guess he ain't been getting the football. I didn't realize he's a little soft. He's a heck of a player, though.
45-yard line on 1st and 10.
We'll have... Yeah, I got to fix that.
They'll run it from the gun.
I didn't want to throw it out there because I got Golden blocking, and Golden is not our blocker.
So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on
and I think it was because, actually, I'm going to leave it alone. I think it was because Adams came off the field. So that's probably on me, not knowing who's out there. I need, of course, his name to be in that position, but for now, we'll leave it alone and let Campbell do it because Adams still ain't on the field.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats.
So I wouldn't mind Bobby Golden potentially running it. 125 passing yards and 0 rushing yards. That just like Akron football, right? I mean, we're a passing team.
Here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter.
Let's see. Not a lot of time on the dang clock. Where did all the time go?
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
They said let's start this quarter and let's go.
Down in the pocket. He'll let it go down the right side.
Yeah, y'all didn't think Akron football was going to come out here and sling it today like this, did you? You didn't have that on your bingo card, I'm willing to bet. All right. As Gronk would say, though, this is the last game of the season. We're throwing haymakers. So.
And the Zips come to the line with a new set of downs. The give is to Williams. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3.
Let me find that other spread. See, this is one I like better. Get that weak base, which I love that play.
It'll be second down.
I think we're going to get out of this, though. I need him to run a little. Let's see here.
Back to throw. It's Bullock. Steps away.
Come on, Akron football. Is that Golden? So. See if we can kick this extra point. Send the defense back out there and try and get some stops. That's what we got to do. What we got to do. Hopefully his butt returns next year. He hasn't been particularly thrilled with the play style, but I mean he's got the ball a decent amount, so I don't think he can be too upset. I need him to calm it down a little bit.
PAT gives him a 14-7 lead.
9 plays, 90 yards. 3 minutes, 45 seconds. That's an active drive. We'll take that. I need to adjust my, what's it called? My 3-4, get Fish out of here. Where's Fish? Put him in and put Fish where Harris is. Calling out a player who caught. Look, if there's one thing Akron football is going to do, we're going to hold everybody accountable. It don't matter if you're the best player or the worst player. All right, if you're acting like an idiot, then we're going to let you know, okay? I need Zach on here because come on, make a play, 24.
You've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity.
I don't know what Worm's referencing there with 185, but as a great Rex Ryan says, all right, there's a difference between having fun and being a jackass, and that dude's borderline a jackass. Okay, so I want people to know that.
It's second and 10 from their own 25. They'll give it to the back.
I mean, you get the ball, and at one point he was leading the country.
Well, that guy is so quick.
That's exactly right. 1 through 85 are held to the same standard. You get the ball more than anybody in the country, and then you come over here and you whine and complain, saying that you don't like the play style. And so, I mean, heck, if you don't want to win, then you can leave Akron, because that's the only thing I'm about. That's the only stats I give a rip about. And apparently giving up 3rd and Grantham first down. Apparently we're good with that too. So
the Rockets want to crank the tempo.
Yeah.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback
not good, but
on critical down and distances. Let's see
I won't probably make that. I question that.
Got it in the middle.
Good Lord. What was Nine doing? I question that Nine just literally stepped in front of him. I was trying to lay him out, and Nine just completely whiffed or something. I don't know what he was doing. I try to see if I can make him drop the ball. I don't even know what I was saying. Oh, I was talking about that 3rd down. I think that when I called that, I was thinking that it could be an issue just because I had set the what's it called? I guess the zone depth. They just had 2 guys where we had one. We had one guy in a deep half, and they had 2 guys on that half, and they spread them well. So it's hard to cover, the middle of the field and the corner. So it is what it is. But yeah, on the 3rd down, that was probably a bad call because I brought the zone depth a little more shallow. And then they threw it over us on that corner route. I think if I would have came out in a cover 3 sky instead of a cover 2 hard flat, that we would have been able to cover that and got off the field on 3rd down. But it is what it is. And so we'll send the offense back out there. Hopefully we have the same drive we had last time. If we do about what we did, then we should be able to get this thing to the half with a lead maybe. So we'll see. I mean, yeah, quarterbacks are playing well right now in this game, dude. So we'll see. We'll see what we got. Like I said, last game of the season, Akron's out here throwing up haymakers, dude. We got nothing. All right, if we don't win this, season's over. So we got nothing. Where is Adams at? Good Lord. Does he not want to play football for us no more?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like
I mean, holy smokes.
If guys are open vertically down the field, I
don't know where his butt went.
Let our serve get broken.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that
most quarterbacks have been very efficient, I would say, so far. I can't believe this. Like I said, I ain't got it. I can't even see. Where's my... What are we in? What the heck is happening here? I was in the empty, I thought.
We'll take a quick break.
2-minute warning. We needed that. All right, 2-minute timeout. Whatever it is. All right. Yeah, I have no idea where Adams went.
A drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45.
But, my gosh. What is this? Maybe a 4. We'll look underneath a little bit.
It's Finley.
I had X. I thought I had X, and I was afraid to throw it like a coward. All right. And that is completely on me.
Exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes. Make sure you take away that quick stuff. And a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Yeah, I was afraid, though, the way those linebacker animations go, I know where the ball's got to be, but getting that thing to go where I want it to go sometimes is so freaking difficult because all it's got to do is go right over that linebacker's head and the safety can't get to it. But to actually get the game to do that, dude, is near impossible.
And the pressure is coming in.
Now they're getting after him.
Quick timeout by the defense there.
Where did that come from? That came from the end. And our running back couldn't pick it up because he already picked up one, which was a defensive tackle, absolutely destroying our guard. So we're going to come back to this because it was fine 2 seconds ago. We're going to see if maybe we can make it work again.
Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Great job by the defense.
I think we missed a sack, but we got hit. I don't even know what punt 2 is. Why the heck is punt 2 the suggestion? Also, that was our backup quarterback, so I guess our starter got hurt on that play as well. We're dropping like flies out here in the last game of the season. Which ain't a good thing for us either. Obviously, when our best receiver who caught the ball to start the game and ran for a touchdown isn't on the field, and then you turn around and lose the starting quarterback. So, I don't know. We're going to have to grit one out here, it looks like. Can we pick it, please? Or we'll just knock it down. Oh, can't be too mad at that, I guess. I would love to pick the ball, but I mean, let's get a stop here and get our butts off the field. We'll take that, get our butts in.
Looking downfield, it's Gleason. Gets it out quickly. There to make the tackle, but
we don't
throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Quick timeout call by the offense after
we don't believe in it.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50.
We're going to get some linebackers in this transfer portal, one way or the other, that's going to cover us.
He's looking to throw it.
Maybe some DBs, too. I don't dislike our DBs is the problem. I think we got some decent DBs. The problem is we just do not cover Saints.
And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. He's back to throw on 2nd down.
Pick. Oh, my gosh. What are we doing, man? Can someone come up and make a play for us? We desperately need you to. I don't know if we got any such person on this football team, but man.
He's looking to throw. Quickly complete.
That's fine.
The catch and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to get it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down, 4th down coming up.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Golly, man. I don't really know what I want to do in this situation. I wasn't planning for that. See, and I thought maybe that cover 2 would be the answer. Golly. Hopefully they let the dang half run out. Or they throw it right by our ear.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead.
Dang, I should have watched the replay on my phone.
And they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
I don't know what. I don't think we can man them, so we were in a zone, but I don't even know what we were doing over there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Just kind of ran straight at us and by us, it looked like.
And they finish it up with a 3-yard.
Then we just let the ball go by our head. I don't know.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23.
Now, the problem is, I can't remember if I put that daggum, what's it called in here or not. I can't remember if I put the double pass in here. I think I did, Worm. The problem is I don't remember the daggum formation.
offense tries to find a way to draw closer.
Let me think. I might not have. And if I didn't, I'm very upset about that because I had full intentions of putting that thing in here. I don't believe I did. I did put Wildcat in here, though, so we may come back in the second half and hit y'all with some Wildcat. If it would let me call a timeout, I would. Because I think Oak could have the possibility of being open. Oh, how did you not outrun that guy?
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there so far in Akron. Each of these two
we got to find a way, obviously, to slow down the passing attack.
But it doesn't take a genius to
we also need a status update on Adams right there, number 7, the one that toted the rock and got the first touchdown of the game. Because since he came off the field, it's been a little more of a struggle, but even more so with our starting quarterback. So I'd love some status updates on those two guys. I believe Bullock, 10 right there, I believe, and Adams, 7. Because that's probably our fastest player on the offense and our, like I said, our starting quarterback. So I would love to know what's going on and if we can expect them back. Because I never saw him. Gotta get a stop. I am begging for a stop. Can we please get a stop? Please. That would be great.
That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can
trust. Trips offset weight.
Built around him, so I expect
well, you about 30 minutes too late. I don't know. I don't think I saw that. Which is stupid on my part because, like I said, I had every intention of putting that play in there for situations like that, and yet we didn't have them. So we are going to go back into the 4-3, unfortunately, and see if we can maybe try and slow down this run. Because they were passing the whole first half, and now all of a sudden they came back out and started to run it. Which is what they've been doing. If I get in the 4-3, then they throw it. If I get in nickel, then they run it. More often. So we got to fix that. But nonetheless.
Gonna run it. It's Stewart.
Good. We had another man there in case we screwed it up, but Cooper made a play. I wish he would have made that pick earlier, but he made the play. We're going to go with this one. I haven't ran this play too much, but I think this is the play to get us off the field.
To throw, it's Gleason.
It was the play to get us off the field. I love to go safe because who the heck knows what anybody's going to do. So come out here. We don't care about returns at Akron. We care about getting our butts off the field and letting the offense. All right, 11. You made me nervous as heck, but we'll take that. 7 looks like he's back on the field. And against my better judgment, I already had the play in mind that I wanted. And so he's getting the football because I was going to run this play regardless of if he's on the field. But since he's on the field, we're going to let him have it. So, and 52 didn't quite set it for us. That's all right. Like I said, somebody was getting the football there either way, whether it was him or it was
I got to get my speedster.
What's that boy's name?
They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space.
Golden.
He could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it,
let's get out of
and
this.
tackling that guy for a loss.
Don't have a whatever, man. I didn't. Whatever.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
I'll take 3 yards. I didn't get the play that I necessarily wanted, but whatever. All right. I think that was the empty. Yeah, the stack. All right.
Third down conversions are
and just like that, Adams went right back off the field. He's on here for 2 plays, and nope, Adams is actually out there where circle is. That's what happened with his stuff. So.
Makes the catch. It's Wilson. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
I'm not saying we're going to go right here. I do want to look at it, though. I think that we're going to get, man, Bullock's back.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert.
Sure-handed tight end. Love that guy. All right.
An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Zips with the 1st and 10.
I wish that I had a bubble that I could throw it out there to that tight end. The way they played out, but I don't.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this
season. Get your butt down the field, the golden.
Clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Get open
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Dropping back, it's Bullock. Keeps looking downfield. He'll pull it down and run.
Oh, I need you to block there, 22. But it's okay. We got yardage.
Great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
We're going to try this.
Looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to move the chains on the ground.
Did we get it? Yes, we did. Good stuff. All right. I want to go to more so normal looking set that we have. The base trio.
Run north south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays.
Run this one. It's not exactly what I want, but it's
make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it.
Ooh.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And a really
good
nice run and pick up
good
before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Bunch. Quads. Come on. We got to go. We got to roll. We got to get this play off before the quarter ends. And we ain't going to do it because you want to do whatever that crap is.
And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
All right, Akron faithful, we need y'all to be loud in this last one. We got a little bit of everything in this playbook, as you can see. The only thing we don't have is that, what's it called, that will be added. Because I did have an extra formation that I wanted to get out of here, I believe. So we will add, I may have already taken it out, though, a couple days ago. We will add, though, that flea flicker.
Looking downfield, it's Bullock.
Come on, baby.
Looking to the big tight end.
All right. Now, we got to get one more stop, and then hopefully we can put this offense back out here. Looks like that was the Kent State Buffalo game at the bottom. We got a bunch of games that haven't played yet. The weird thing is, I think we're playing this game on like a Wednesday or something. I can't remember. Maybe that was last week's game. Yeah, I think it was last week's game, actually, against Kent State. Some of these games are on like the weirdest days. So, there's no telling. So
Lining up to add another.
I'm excited for that tight end to be in that spot next year because he's a lot faster than that guy. And I think that guy, like he today, you know, like 4 catches, 80-something yards. He's been one of our go-to guys, and I think that other tight end, that 4-star, is gonna push that a little further. Like I said, I'm very upset, but now I mean with Adams being as unavailable as he was today after getting the ball a few times, I'm not as upset, I guess, throughout the whole season, but I am glad he got his long touchdown at home to end his senior year. So hopefully he can get another one before this thing's over with and we can get a stop. 45 is a big dude. I don't know what position he plays. If that's a tight end, yeah, he's a big dude.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able
let's come out here in the 3-4.
He did a really good job of that right there.
And let's see.
I
assume that's where what's his name. He's going to be coming.
Gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Works the middle.
Gotta get a stop, boys. Gotta get a stop.
And that'll be a first down.
And a nice job working in the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses on.
You gotta find this one.
You can't just dink and dunk outside. You gotta work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle field.
Good.
And the
Good.
defense holds firm.
There, too.
Pickup at all on that play. Using him out of the slot.
Let's do this. I was going to come out in the cover 2 hard flat, but I don't want to.
That I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him
They
go in or out. I can put him off
do
the
that.
ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy
And
today.
it should have.
It's so important that this offense is
Third
able
and
to stay
4.
on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs
Third and
manageable.
4.
That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They want to just keep throwing it.
Come on.
Coverage and good
Big stop.
use of the hands to knock it away.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent side of the field. They're expecting a quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Trying to play a little field
I don't
position
understand the
with that
punting on this
high
game.
punt.
I mean,
He'll be
this dude is over here kicking it
making the
3 miles
catch
high
right
and
around the 30-yard
like
line.
30 yards, maybe.
Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here,
missed
let's
it.
dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best
Jeez,
playmakers
man.
to take advantage of this?
I was looking for the dang play and missed it going through. Missed my formation. Like I said, I hate the order of this stuff because I knew exactly what I wanted the whole time and I couldn't find it. That's the struggles of a new playbook. We waited until
And slow. They were slow.
Almost.
They got the flag.
we got through 3 quarters without getting one of those, which I think is pretty impressive for us, you know, considering what we do. So, 55, brother. Need you to block.
Well, the most insightful analysis I can come
I
up with on
need
that one is
not the
that didn't
quads.
work. Back
I
to
need
the
the
drawing
stack,
board
which is
to
at the
see if there's
very
something that
end.
works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood.
And where
Not a productive first down play.
I gotta fix this. This is on me.
Back to pass. It's Finley getting some heat. And here's a
No, he didn't.
behind the line. How about that? A
No,
run
he
play for the
didn't.
defense to scoop it up. Touchdown, Toledo.
Oh, dang,
The defense
back up,
takes
brother,
matters into
back.
their own hands. What a shift in momentum.
What the heck, man?
He took matters into his own hands.
And what a mistake by the QB throwing the football. His receiver, obviously, they weren't on the same page at all, but the defender steps
Was he
in front,
down?
makes the big play. And then every kid's dream, right? You play defense, you create the turnover, and then you take it all.
I can't tell when his knee was and when he wasn't.
They'll try to.
What do y'all think? Man, I don't know how to do all this clipping and watching it, dude. Roma says challenge it. I couldn't tell, man. It was so dang close. I think it's such a big play, though, we got to.
Timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look.
I can't tell. Because of the way that angle was, I can't tell where his knee was. What kind of angle was that? I think they kept it. What kind of angle was that? That was the worst angle I've ever seen. Dadgummit.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good. Now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That is a defensive player's dream.
That's tough. We got to switch those people in the stack. Yeah, we definitely need to talk to Gene.
Here he comes from inside his own.
Gene would have set us straight.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the
Where's Gene Sarator when you need him, man?
Akron has it back, ready to
All
send that
right, let me.
back on.
That's the reason why we got that dang backup. What the heck? We did some Bullero-Fullero. That's the reason why the backup quarterback was in. That's news to me. I wasn't expecting that.
Line gets set. First
Got
down.
on there, had the dang packages jacked up. That was the package that put Golden in earlier.
Fights off a defender.
Why the heck did Golden go to that spot at receiver for the backup quarterback? That don't make a bit of
This is a really
sense.
nice job by the running back making
But it is what it is.
and going to get positive
What do we
yards. This
got
guy's
here?
got some wiggle.
And now, why is Golden not out there? I think it's because Adams came back on the field. My stuff is messed
Again to
up.
the back. Tackle is made after the first down.
Golden's back out wide.
Good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going.
Golly,
Big chunks like
man.
this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also
How we get to this point of the game when people ain't where they're supposed to be? After I've been adjusting stuff and moving stuff this whole time to where I want it. And now I get to the end of the game and ain't nothing where I want it.
Right back to the
Good
well.
block, 87.
You want to make sure
Good
to
block.
maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the
You block, you
31.
get the ball.
See, they need more
Because this is the
runs
play I
like
wanted
that.
anyways, if I can
There's
find
so
it.
few and
Bunch
far
quads right
between.
there.
Defensively,
You
they've
block,
been
you
in
get the
position.
ball.
They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off
I'm
blocks
afraid they
around
could
the ball
possibly be in a
carrier.
4.
This
If they
defense has done a
are,
nice
we'll
job
throw it
slowing
back
down
out
the
the
run game.
circle and we'll play ball.
Dropping back, it's Bullock. Using his legs.
Lord, man, put the ball on them. We've done it every single play of the whole game. And we had it and you didn't put it on them.
This offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're
I
gonna
mean,
be
he's as
able to
open as
do
he's been all
something
game, and you've hit him every time. And then now, when it's crunch time, I need you to hit him, and you didn't hit him. Come on now. I can't have that. We got to execute. All right? If I need to get Gruden in here to talk about better execution, I will. Because we got to have it.
From the gun, wants to pass.
Got to have it.
Makes the catch. It's Adams. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough
All right.
for the first down. We
Okay.
have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence.
Let me
This offense
think
will
here.
play.
Better execution. We're going to go here.
Big drive for this offense late.
I don't love it. We're going to get out of this, and I'm good with this.
And here
All
they
right.
come again.
Come on. Let's go ahead and
Quarterback checking
send
off.
him down.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Pulls it in. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now. This offense needs to get the points. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down.
Good run, 22, good run.
They finally
My
get
biggest
on the
fear
ground.
right now, folks, is that we are going to score and they are going to score to beat us.
Being able to run the football and create balance, and right here, just choose up another.
That
first
is
down.
my biggest
Gives you
fear.
Another chance to maybe
What we
continue
have
to
on
run
the
the football.
field.
And I feel like this guy too is just an explosive
come with this,
play
and then we'll
waiting
look
to
at
happen.
that.
His vision,
1, 2,
his
3.
quickness,
Yes,
and
sir.
he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing.
There you go, front foot forward for 3 more yards. That's what we
And
need.
a nice solid pickup there before the
If you're
defense
wondering what we
wrestled
need,
it to
that's
the
what we
ground.
Okay.
And a nice job by the running back finding space.
I can't remember. Let's see what audibles I have with this. So I do have the base. So next time I won't do the base. I'm going to do the zone. Because I really think I probably needed the zone situation. 1:09.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the
I hope they don't cover this because we got to go to the well one more time, folks. We got to. I mean, there's a reason why it's called bread and butter, right?
They're trying to extend this already long drive. The 9th play is a 3rd and 3.
So we got to be able to do it. That's what we got to do.
An unforced error.
I'm an
there.
idiot.
They don't get the snap off in time.
I forgot about the motion, and then I was like, "Oh shoot, we got motion," and I thought 3 seconds was hopefully going to be enough.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd.
That's okay though. That doesn't change much for us because we were going to get more than 4 either way, or we weren't.
It's Bullock.
And he was open. I know y'all see him. He's wide open, and I couldn't throw him the ball.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple.
Well, we're going to put it back right there. I mean, it's going to be there or it's not. If it was 4th and 4, we might do something different, but
on 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Let's it fly. He caught it.
Throw it to the sure-handed tight end. All right. Let's spread this out, and we said this is not the same one. Where's the spread slot? And we said we will go inside zone, and if we don't like it, we will quick base it, but I think we're going to like it. Timeout.
We'll have a tie game in the 4th. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
I think I have the what's it called on this, if I'm not mistaken.
Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it
I do.
again from the 2.
And I want to do it. Can we do it real quick? Can we do it real quick? Can we do it real quick? Come on, snap it, snap it. Why are you clapping, man? Snap the ball. It was just a zone for you. Who cares if they don't know? We don't care if the receivers outside know. They ain't going to do nothing. They don't affect us.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them.
Freaking standing up there and clapping, dude. My gosh. All right. What do I got that gets me left?
Can the
See if we can get some yards back.
2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Smashes ahead. They get
3
And
seconds.
the clock reads 3 seconds. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. And after the short run, the clock hits zeros, and we are all wrapped up here. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into a 3-game losing streak.
I thought that I picked.
Reeling, and they've had their confidence shaken.
There's
no other way to spin it. This is very ungood.
There's some kind of commotion going on outside, and I don't know what it is. And it threw my concentration because I can't tell if it's a car on the street. No, I didn't have shoe clock on.
It's frustrating too, David, because this is a team that has a lot of talent. I think part of the
I can't tell if it's a car on the street or if it's a person outside the screen.
So if you're on the coaching staff, maybe you're ready to start giving new guys an opportunity to see the field and just see what they can do.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know why the play clock was so low, but the play clock's always been so dang low all season. Yeah, I assume it was a car riding on the road. Maybe it's the TV. Next thing I don't know what that is. I wish I would have been able to run that play with the play that I wanted and that I thought we had in my mind. And yeah, I would have loved to have seen how that went. I would have also loved to have seen how that quarterback zone would have went if we would have got that play off. That's the bad thing I think about a new playbook was I struggle to find things as quick as I wanted to. Because things aren't where they're supposed to be. I mean, I got empties in the middle of the shotgun stuff, and I don't know how to fix that. Because in my mind, the formations should go a certain way like they normally do, and they don't. And I think that probably also added to the fact that we didn't have a whole lot of time on the play clock because I'm spending too much time finding stuff, which made it hard to audible right there at the end. That's so tough, man. That's so tough. Yeah, I just wish everything was put together a little better. But like I said, I don't know if it'll let me reorder the formations on playbook or not. I mean, overall, I can't ask for much more. The defense, they got the stop when they needed to get the stop. They did their job. The offense fumbled one that they scored a touchdown on in the fourth quarter, and that's ultimately what won them the game. The offense played fine. We just ran out of a little bit of time, and I probably should have took a timeout after we got that first down, but I didn't think it was going to take us 20-something seconds to get the next play in. And I also, honestly, didn't think it was going to take us that many tries to get the ball across the goal line when we got down there. And we took a timeout, or we took a timeout with us, and that's the annoying thing with doing what we did. But the game won't let me call a timeout right there after I took a timeout for the play and then come back out. I knew it wasn't going to let me call a timeout to get reset and send the people back out there again. Like I said, I just thought we had a different play in this stuff. 14 first downs to 16. I mean, we had 324 yards of offense, and we did that while not being able to run the football. And I think that's a huge plus is the fact that we didn't run the ball particularly well, and we had 22 for 41 for 1.9. That's not at all what I normally expect from us, and not good. But the fact that we were able to go 15-19 with 3 touchdowns and pass for 283 yards is a big plus. So I think we got to find a little balance there, which early in the season we were running the ball a lot more than we were passing it. This game we were passing a lot more than we were running it. The balance was somewhat there with 19 attempts to 22 rushes. Like, the balance was kind of there. But, geez, man. I hate that we ain't going to a bowl game. We should be going to a bowl game. I think that we've lost at least 3 games by 1 score, and then we lost the second one by 2 scores at Auburn by 16. So that one wasn't just like super close, but I mean, in the grand scheme of it, like, it was a game that we could have certainly competed in, possibly. We did our job on 4th downs. We just had the one turnover, that fumble. And like I said, I'm shocked that I didn't notice it before. 4 penalties, 20 yards, also not good. One of them was a false start, audible and late in the play clock. Another one was a or 2 were probably delayed games. I don't know about the third one. They possessed the ball pretty well. Yeah, I just can't believe I didn't notice some things sooner. Like I said, that backup quarterback being in, and he didn't do bad. It did take maybe a little bit out of our ability to throw the ball out of those 5 wide sets. But I don't know. Like I said, that was a little weird. But I mean, it is what it is. He ran the ball all right. Just that sack in that fumble. Jeez. Tight end played fantastic. Adams going out on a good note, 100 yards receiving and a touchdown. Golden didn't play particularly well. If we could have got that last touchdown with him, he had 2 touchdowns and the biggest one of the game, that would have been huge. But hopefully he comes back and we'll get him involved next year. I hate losing games. I thought Wisman played fantastic. And like I said, we may go two tight end sets more next year. And we probably will. We got one of those in that I think I'm going to love for those 2 guys. Akron came to play. I mean, I can't argue that. We fought hard, we played hard, and we just came up about 3 yards short. Maybe not even 3 yards. I don't even know what. We might have got to the 1 or the 2. So, in a way, it felt like Georgia-Bama. Certainly not a game to that magnitude for the SEC championship, but that's what it feels like in this moment. Not as hurtful as that was. I mean, I about laid on the floor, cried in that. But this one's just like, dang, what could have been? And we missed it. And like I said, we are not going to a bowl, which I am very upset about. But we are going to get some people in here. I do like the new playbook. I just got to find a way to fix the way it shows everything. And when I can do that, then, I mean, we didn't even run half the formations in that playbook, half the things we have. Well, I got so much stuff in that playbook that we're going to break out next year. And against users and maybe against some of the better teams. But we got so much stuff that I think's almost borderline bread and butter, really good stuff, that we won't have to break out too much against the computer, that we can hide some stuff still. Because I thought the offense played very well, and we didn't burn up. Like I said, we got some Wildcat stuff in there. We didn't use our power eye. Didn't use Coach Joey Freshwater's flex bone stuff. I threw a bunch of crap in there. And we didn't use none of it. So, I don't think we used a single bit of single back or pistol. Yeah. So, we'll go over here. We'll see what happens with Coach Worm and his game. Because that's going to decide the final piece. Obviously, Toledo's in. There's no tiebreaker with Toledo. They are playing for the conference championship. And then it's the people with things left to say are Northern Illinois at 5-3, Bowling Green, or Miami, and then Western Michigan. That's Ohio also. So you got Ohio and Northern Illinois. They're in the tiebreaker. And then you got either Bowling Green or Miami of Ohio, and then possibly Western Michigan. So that's where the tiebreaker sits, and that stinks, man. It stinks that we didn't close this thing out a little bit better. We lost. Did we lose 4 out of our last 5? I think we lost 4 out of our last 5. And didn't get a bowl eligibility, which stinks. So, what the heck just happened? I think I just accidentally put circle. So, yeah. Yeah, we lost 3 in a row and 4 out of our last 5. And you can't do that if you want to go to a bowl. And you can't do that if you want to be a good football team. And none of them were just crazy. That one was the worst game of the year by far for us. We didn't play well at all against Northern Illinois. That game was kind of a blowout, and 3 scores shows that. But to lose to your rival, Kent State, and then turn around and lose the last game of the season at home, In that fashion, it stinks. So we will go to the off season. We'll try and get some people out of the transfer portal, and we'll try and get the heck out of here and get to next year, and hopefully next year with a little bit better squad. As you see, we're 74s across the board. I hope that changes for the better, and we're somewhere between 78 overall to 81, let's say. If we're at 78 to 81, I think that's a good little sweet spot for us, because that will have meant we got some players in here in some way, whether that's some running backs or receivers or something that give us a little more talent on offense. And then mainly, though, to shore up that defense. That defense, we got to get some more linebackers and defensive linemen, because we are graduating the best that we got. So the secondary, I would love to get a little more in the secondary, but it's not as big of a priority, I don't think, as those other spots, because the secondary overall is mostly returning. We got 4 corners that are returning that are our top 4. And a guy who we redshirted who would technically be just as good as the 4th one, who won't be redshirted next year. So we should have 5 corners that in some way, shape, or form we can play a little bit. It'd be nice for the safeties to improve a little bit, and we may look at that depending on what we do in the transfer portal. If we don't get anyone, we may move a corner to safety. I don't know yet. But we will make some changes. We will fix some things, and we will come back next year. And I believe next year it's almost a guarantee we're going to make a bowl, and we'll see what the rest of the season looks like for us. But I think we're going to be much improved next year, because we learned a lot this year, and I think that we're going to get some playmakers in, and we have some playmakers already that hopefully we're not going to lose, and that's going to be good enough for us. So thank you for the watch, and we will get to that Bowling Green game, and then we'll keep it moving from there and try and, like I said, get out of this season and get to the next one. So thank you guys. Go Zips. Yeah, catch you in the next one.